All right, it looks like we are live. My name is Chuck. I run the Alaskan Ballistics channel, if you couldn't tell by the moose and velvet behind me. And we just talk about guns and guns and guns and more guns and politics and all that crap and all that stuff. Anything y'all want to talk about, I answer user questions, mostly caliber related questions. Whatever y'all want to talk about, that's what we talk about. I have a AD page. It's in the live chat right now on a link, and then I have a MeWe page. I'm on Twitter on at AK Ballistics, and I'm just able to talk about these things because I've got a pretty good memory and I've learned a lot of things over the years and years and years from people. So kind of is what it is. Make sure you go ahead and get in the side chat, and make sure you get in the chat, and then get your questions into the chat and start them off with that. I guess my question would be, what 10 millimeter carbine, not pistol, so it has to have a 16-inch barrel, should I get? Should I do like the Mean Arms Tactical Glock 20 conversion? Should I just go ahead and get the Ruger that just came out? Or should I, and this is going to be a while financially, um, or should I build one of the Pro 2A Tactical AR-15s? Like, they're all around $800 to go fully in. The Mean Arms is a little bit more. It's about 1,000 to go fully in. So, yeah, that's my question for y'all tonight. Which 10 millimeter carbine should I get? 16 inches. So should I build a Pro 2A Tactical? Should I um, get the new Ruger, or should I get the Mean Arms Glock conversion kit, or something like the yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about there. Where you put the Glock in the back, and it's actually now a bullpup, and the triggers are awful, but there it is. So everybody, make sure you say hi in the chat and let me know that you're here. I will shout out the chat in a few minutes. But that is my opening question. Which carbine 10 millimeter should I get at some point in the medium to distant future? Who knows? So that is what it is. So yeah, they all take Glock mags. I already have the Banshee, so I don't really need one. I have an 8-inch Banshee, but it is a pistol and it is only 8 inches. I would like to get something that tests like 16-inch barrel rifle length. So is what is what it is. But so anyway, make sure you get in the chat, say hi. I'm gonna greet everybody in the chat right now. So if you want to say hi, Justin Pearman was here first. Curmudgeon, 1968 Alaskan sourdough. I like that. That's a beautiful, beautiful channel logo you got there. If you make videos, let me know. Email me at Alaskan Ballistics. Let's get together and do something. Curmudgeon. Let's see. Since 73. Hunter Kirk from North Idaho. Thanks again for the bullets. I appreciate it. The Washington Reloader. What's up, man? How you doing? David Thompson. Good evening, all my friends. How are y'all? It is interesting how we do friends online, isn't it? You know. Let let me see here. Daniel's here. We'll talk about your question in a minute. We're just shouting out the chat. What's up, Brutal Bob? What's up, Justin? Oh, I've already said that. Good evening. From Virginia. What's up, Rich B? Jonathan King, how you doing? All right, love your blogs, videos, too cool. Thank you, thank you, David Thompson. I appreciate that. Or to whoever you were saying that, was that at Curmudge? Oh yeah. Well, thank you for helping another Alaskan channel. Sorry, I was taking credit for that, Curmudge. Didn't read it there. So, evening, everybody. Here's 300. Go check out Warpig Army. They recently got a bunch of Swiss AP. Yeah, they did, but they want $600 a box though. Yeah, I'm not paying that. I'm just not paying that. I could I could do more damage with $600. I could buy enough full metal jackets to do just as much damage. I could literally put them in the same spot 2 times or 3 times in a row and get the same effect if I need to. All right. Please explain SD. Okay. All right. Good evening, Bad Reload. How's it going? Good to see you there. All right, I'm going to get back in here and get all these questions. That's a good one, Bad Reload. I'll get back to it. So, looking forward on a video on that 4570. There you go. All right, let's see. Looks like got a flintlock for your birthday. There you go. All right. And the first question is here. How do you feel about the election? Hopefully, Trump will be as pro 2A as he says he's going to be. I mean, he wasn't last time, so he didn't control his ATF. He advocated red flag laws. He was. I mean, he was the shits last time. Yeah. We need that. And here's the thing: the people they're putting up for Senate Majority Leader. I mean, they're just Mitch McConnell wannabes. So you know, call your senators tonight, leave messages on their machine not to vote for any of those three. I would advocate Dan Sullivan. Dan Sullivan did not vote for the bipartisan Safer Communities Act. He did not vote for it because of the red flag laws in there and the funding for them. So I would recommend my own senator, Dan Sullivan, who's the senator from Alaska, the junior senator from Alaska, technically. But anyway, so yeah, cautiously optimistic. Uh, Republicans and Democrats will hang you out to dry on gun control. So just remember that. That's that. Do you have an AR-15 buffer A5? I have no idea what that means. No, I don't. Um, I don't use the heavier buffers or anything like that. If it doesn't run with a regular buffer, I don't use it. So 16-inch 10mm carbine. Yes. Which one of those should I do? Should I do the mean tactical Glock conversion barrel and bullpup kit? Should I do the new Ruger LC10 that just came out, and or should I do the Pro 2A tactical AR-15 build? They have a lower receiver, takes 10mm Glock mags. They have a 16-inch barrel. I only want to do it because 10mm are so popular up here, and like people want to see it. And I already have a 9-inch barrel for my Glock Model 40. So why would I? And I already have the CMMG Banshee with the 8.5-inch barrel. So, yep, there we go. All right, please explain SD. SD, standard deviation or sectional density? Standard deviation is basically how likely something is to be close to the average. So the mean average. So mean, median, and mode, your three averages from middle school, and then how likely something is to be from that average. So if you take that, for example, let's say I get 5 readings on my chronograph, and you know, the middle one is 2850, one's 2843, one's 2667, one's 2867, one's 2800, and one's 2910. That's a bad standard deviation. All right. So that's basically what that means. Sectional density is a measurement of the cross of the bullet. Obviously, lead is going to have more densely packed. Doesn't mean it's stronger, because copper is stronger than lead, just the way the atoms line up or whatever. But yeah, the uh, the that's what sectional density is. Basically, a measurement cross section of the bullet. It's going to be that dense. Better the section density, the better the bullet, the higher the BC. Whereas that's why copper bullets are longer and get a lower BC, because they don't have the sectional density. So 2 SDs there. I hope that answered your question. Evening, everybody. Yep. All right. What's up, Wisco? All right. Hit the like button, folks. What's your favorite black bear cartridge? Considering I've only taken one black bear, 7mm Remington Magnum. I plan on hunting a lot more black bear this year. Unfortunately, the only bear that showed up while I was hunting was one grizzly that was 2,000 yards away on a ravine, and another grizzly that had 3 cubs. That's the only bears I saw in the woods. I didn't see a black bear in the woods this year while hunting. I saw one riding around my 4-wheeler. If I'd had it, and my kid wasn't in my lap and I had a rifle with me, I would have got it. But kind of is what it is. Already have the banshees. Congrats. That is on my Santa list. There you go. I hope you get it. I hope you get it. Yeah, basically as an investment purchase. There we go. All right, we've got Kanati's Wiggling. Howdy from the Caliban. All right, nice little log home there. It's a nice little drawing. 300 Win Mag is all you'll ever need. That's true. What's up, Ken? How you doing? My latest one is a Rossi R92 44 Casual. Why? Who knows? 44 mag ever looks fun too. Yeah, those Rossies are very picky on their cartridge overall length. So I did a video on them recently. I don't know if you saw that 1968 Alaskan sourdough. I did a video on them recently, comparing two different the calibers. I've got a 480, which is rare, and my buddy had a Rossi 9 a 454. So kind of is what it is. Good evening, all. What is up, Chris Heisman? Y'all seen that new 475 caliber 5-shot revolver in a 2-inch barrel like a 420 grain bullet? No joke. I have not seen it. I wonder if it'll stabilize. Hey, hey, all. Standard deviation. Yep. Hit the like button. Bears and wolves this year. A small pack around the house now. Been past 60 inches from the, or 60 feet from the front door the other night. Sounds like we need to get them. That's what I was thinking. I never put much faith into politicians to defend our rights. I thought we had a very pro 2A governor in Tennessee until he tried to get red flag laws. And he was strictly rebuffed for that. Yep, strictly rebuffed for that. How's it going, Animatic Glitching? And he might have been like looking at all that federal money going, hey, we need to enact these for all that federal money. But I mean, that's how they get red states. That federal money. Brother has a 44 mag lever action Henry, unreal accurate, 100 yards open sight. Yeah, they are good. I like if you're gonna get a 44 Magnum, get it. Don't get that Rossi. Get the Henry. So, yep. Hi. I have a bunch of snares out now, Chuck. Yeah, there we go. All right, you ever try those 150 grain 308 CX? No, I've only tried the 165 grain in both 300 Win Mag factory and 30-06 factory, and they work just fine. Their pedals fly off in 300 Win Mag. I mean, it's going 3270 or something like that out of my rifle. And in the 2900s for the 30-06, and they were going, it did a nice little perfect mushroom or X peel back of the bullets. So yeah, they did. It's a good bullet. I just haven't bought a box of 150s yet for 308. I don't think I bought a box of 110s just to see how fast they could go. Henry over Rossi every day. I'll trade our governor for any governor in the states. Yeah, the New York governor. She isn't much better than your governor. Your governor is like, yeah. I mean, he's he's like comrade governor. So, source for 45 Win Mag. My buddy's dad is trying to keep his lar grizzly from going hungry. Um, for hand loading, no. My local store, Arctic Alaskan Ammo, often carries it, and so does Arctic Ammo in Wasilla, Alaska. So it's almost impossible to ship ammo out. So if you don't live in Alaska, but if you live here, which it looks like from your picture, you might. Yeah, there you go. Filter A5 buffers is in the middle of the rifle and carbine. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about them yet. So yeah, I don't need to. Yeah, my guns work with the correct buffers that are in them, so I'm cool. There you go. Cool. When can I come shoot them? Can I come shoot them over Christmas break? Come put a come put a few rounds through the old AR-15 or the 6.5 Creedmoor. Yeah, 44 out to 100 yards is really good. Even 200 isn't bad. And you do gain in 44 Magnum because the powders are slightly slower than what you'd use for like semi-automatic cartridges. In 44 Magnum with that longer barrel, you can get some longer stuff. So that's that. To all three 10 millimeter be cool comparison. Do either one of the 10 millimeter, not the Ruger. I have seen a few reviews of the Ruger, not the other two. Do you know if the R9G 454 Casull shot hardcast through it? No, we didn't have hardcast for it that day. We had extreme penetrators, which had bought for a long time ago, and we had MagTech, and it would not feed the longer extreme penetrators. The MagTech was like a flat nose full metal jacket, and I would say that's what I would stick with. I told him I would just stick with that. It's a flat nose full metal jacket. It's gonna go through a bear. I'm not really worried about that. So, because liberals go out there and smell like food. That's why. So, I don't have a TNW. That's the little screw apart survival rifle 10 millimeter. I don't have one of those. I don't want one of those. I don't like the way they're built. I saw some estate sales. Barnes 30 cal, 160 inches MPG solids. What is used for that one? I'm assuming they were a completely solid bullet, not expanding. Um, that would be used for level 3 body armor, level 3 plus body armor penetration, barrier penetration, that kind of thing. That's what it would be used for. So no name, you're gonna have to donate about $2,000 for the to the Patreon for that to occur. So just letting y'all know what I'm thinking about. Gotta go and tell you, a buddy of mine acquired the Ruger R22 handgun. He bought it to me because the trigger doesn't work. And this is Humboldt. I mean, I know my guns. I couldn't figure. Hmm. Interesting. Um, I would definitely say he needs to send that back to Ruger. They'll take care of them. Ruger's pretty good about taking care of their stuff like that. Here we go. Nice. Then I realized because the magazine. Don't say clip. Don't sound so ignorant. It's the magazine. It's not a clip. A clip is an M block clip that goes in the top that does not have a spring. That's what they use, like a stripper clip or like an M block clip in the M1 Garand or a stripper clip in an SKS or a 1903. Yeah, or yeah. Don't say clip. You are around gluttons enough to know that that is ignorant. Sorry, but that's what it is. Don't say it. If you see Jonathan King, as long as you're talking about an M1 Garand, that's fine. What's up, gunmetal guy? You say? There you go. Yes, powerful prep. Yeah, yes. Ammo is not affected. Like some powders are affected by cold weather, but when they're warm again, they'll shoot. They'll shoot, and all you do is lose a little speed, like 50 to 100 feet per second. Not that much. Not much that a different barrel wouldn't make that. So yeah, you're fine. Yep. Clip. Like I said, as long as you're talking about an M1 Garand or 19303 Springfield or something that has something you hold into it. A magazine, by definition, has the spring with it. Yep. There you go. Clip what paper clip? Yep, exactly. You should know better. Like if you do it again, your freedom of speech is being repealed. I'm just telling you. I'm just joking because I don't have that power, nor would I want to. Speaking of Ruger, I just picked up a new Ruger Vaquero Bisley and 45 Colt. Talk about a sweet shooter. I bet that is fun. I bet that is fun. Right before it snaps your thumb. What's up, Fluffy 10 millimeter Jeep guy? I have one of those TNW 10 millimeter. It's good, but I'm thinking of getting rid of it though. Yeah. Um, I don't like the screw in barrel. I don't like the massive bolt. So try not to get mad when someone says clips. It reminds me of liberals getting mad for using the wrong pronouns. Well, this is using the wrong noun, not pronoun. So that you can get mad now. You can get mad now because they're using the wrong noun. They're like saying horns for antlers. Okay, these are not horns. These are antlers. Antlers are solid. Horns are hollow. All right. Antlers grow every year and shed off. Most species. Horns actually don't do that. They just keep growing. So that's that. I know, bro. Jonathan King, I know, it drives me crazy. Yeah, and good ammo will work fine even if it's underwater. So, what's up, Warren Rambos? How you doing? It's good to see you. As soon as I win the lotto, I'll donate more than 2K. There you go, brother. You're right. Donate enough for me to hire a camera crew and pay them, and an editor. I do not have an AR-15 and 357 SIG. I think we discussed that. I don't have a 357 SIG, period, last week. But yeah. Oh, I'm your friend. I'm your friend who is not so gently correcting you and giving you a good swift kick in the butt for saying that. I'm your friend. I'm your friend. All right. I'm just that kind of friend who's not like I don't shy away from saying what I think. So yeah, you just need that good swift kick in the butt for saying clip when you mean magazine. Yeah. So that's that. You know, I don't see the point of an AR-15 and 357 SIG or anything under 10 millimeter. Like 9 millimeters, like a plinker, I get that. It's just like a 22, but it could also be used defensively. I get it, but I don't see the point in like 357 SIG or 40 Smith and Wesson or even 9 millimeter because there's just not enough powder to burn down that barrel. It's just a fun gun. That's all it would be. Um, but it's pretty cool. Fluffy Jeep Jim, fluffy 10 millimeter Jeep guy, Pro2A Tactical.com, or go over to my AK page, my AK Ballistics on Twitter X, or my arms directory page, my AD page, which is up in the chat some. I've actually posted something from them today. Pro2A Tactical. They have a 10 millimeter AR build, a 45, a lower that'll do that. They do a 357 SIG and a 40 Smith and Wesson barrel. They do, so you can do those. Yep. So they build the kits made to order when you order one, so it takes a little while, but yeah. Yeah, 45 Colt, modern 45 Colt and a good revolver actually can outperform 44 Magnum. Those Buffalo Bore Bear Outdoorsman hardcast lead rounds are actually more powerful than 45 Colt. In 45 Colt than they are 44 Magnum. My thought process is I'm going to use a rifle firearm. It's going to be a rifle caliber. The whole PC thing is weird to me, but teach their own. They're just fun to shoot, man. They're just fun to shoot. Like I agree with you. I agree with you in theory, but they are just fun to shoot. Current EDC Glock 29 hasn't changed. I'm not like Chooch. I don't change EDCs every time I see a pretty gun with pink writing on it. What's up? What is up, Montana Musings is here. All right,
that was a good point to enter. That was a good point to enter on.
Yeah. So what's your current EDC?
My current EDC is still the old Smith and Wesson 40 millimeter. So got the old
40 millimeter.
The Gen 1. Yeah.
I mean 40 caliber.
40 caliber. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, if you're EDC in a 40 millimeter, I mean that's pretty sweet.
It is, and it's a little heavy on the belt, but it works.
Yeah, that nice little 40 millimeter grenade launcher. You know,
right.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great. So, stoking it with 255 grain Keith style semi wide cutters over blue dot, David, is a blast. Literally. There you go. Yeah, that'd be a good one for 45 Colt. Marlin Camp 9 and 45. I used to have a 45 and I sold it. I had a 45. It did not have the original stock. It had a folding stock, and it was just too picky. It was just too picky. It was fun. And my current wife at the time couldn't shoot it. She was too short for it. She had to put her chin on the stock to look through the sights. So, not my current wife, my ex-wife. Why did I say my current wife at the time? My ex-wife. Come on now, Chuck. Act like you know how to talk. Yeah, concealed carry reciprocity has been one of those things. But I can't go anywhere because I can't go into Canada with it because when I think we just need to take over Canada. That's my opinion, but
Canada needs to be rescued for sure.
yes, they need to be rescued and liberated from their own people.
Yep, that's right.
Picked up some weird
At least
308
from the
loads.
Eastern Bloc.
Yeah, there you go. Um, as long as British Columbia and the Northwest Territories area, like and the Yukon territories, like all that down, Saskatchewan, all that kind of. If they did made all that from Alaska to like Texas, that would be a great country to have. Alaska to Texas,
Yeah,
Texas succeeds. They can say anything that borders Texas can succeed. So, all
I know
right,
years ago when Trudeau's father was the premier, they wanted to the Albertans wanted to secede. Then
there you go.
they couldn't stand him.
Yep. Uh, Picked up some weird 308 loads at the show this week. It's into AP 165 grain, or it's 163 grain, loaded into 308 with 50 grains of H4350. Is that too hot to shoot? Nope. Should I pull the projectiles out and reload them myself? Nope. I think you're good. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. If somebody else hand loaded them, maybe maybe you should pull them out and shoot. Maybe you should. Um, I don't know. Let me look. So those bullets are a little bit longer. So just look at the Barnes data. That's what I would say, Wisco. What do you think, Montana Museum? I'm going to pull up the Barnes 308 data here.
Well, I would go with that because I'm really not sure. I haven't ever loaded for 308, so I'm not too familiar with it.
I know you get up over 50, you better be in a 130 grain bullet.
308. $43.
Barnes 165 grain H4350. They don't list H4350 as a powder in 308.
Yeah.
And
Nope, they sure don't.
their highest that Barnes has is CFE 223 at 48.5 grains, and that's a very compressed load. So you'll probably be okay, but I think I'd pull them. I think I would pull them. There you go. Live under Desolation Sound. There you go. I've never been there. Yeah. Yeah, I think the fact that somebody else hand loaded them, I'm going to play safe and load them myself. That's what I would do. Okay, check shooter's reference on that load. Yeah, there you go. I have loaded a couple of those in 300 Win Mag, and I loaded them right to what Hornady said to load a 165 grain, and they were fine. So, nope, I do not have a 9x25 Dillon, especially not an AR-15. I don't know anybody that makes an AR-15 and 9x25 Dillon. I don't even know what magazines you would use. And first of all, it's an awesome cartridge, David. I've never shot one though, but it's ballistics. I mean, it's essentially it is 357 Magnum from a 1911, essentially, but it's designed to be that. So, rule number 1: never buy reloads at a gun show. Rule number 2: if you go to a gun show, don't buy the reloads there. It's a good one, both
That's
the
such
base.
great advice.
That's great advice. All right, Clay P. Deer season starts November 23rd for Alabama. Can't wait. Question: if you have multiple rifles that will do the job, do you take turns or stick with one for the season? I take turns. I hunted with 7 mag, 270, 7 mag, and 6.5 Creedmoor and 308 this year. I took turns. Every weekend it was something different. So
Yeah, I took turns too. It was pretty much 6.8 Western and 6.8 Western. And then I switched to a 6.8 Western.
yeah, yeah. My friend here likes dead cartridges. So
I like dead
he's
animals.
yeah. Well, yeah. He's over here on the 6.8 Western, going 1, 2, 3, 4, clear. Yeah, that's what he's doing with the 6.8 Western. So I mean, it's a good cartridge, but I like to give you a hard time because they came out with a good cartridge during an ammo crisis. It's like,
And
oh,
COVID and everything else.
yeah, like we could have had all the 30-06 ammo we wanted, but instead you put all your production to 6.8 Western.
Yeah.
So yeah, 24-inch 270 or 22-inch 30-06 for deer. 22-inch 30-06. Nobody likes .277 bullets. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right there. My bad.
How quickly you forget.
I know, right? It's like I had somebody there and I was being a smartass.
Yeah, I bought some 130 grain terminal ascent bullets to reload. So I'm just going to sell my 6.5 PRC and I should be able to take care of anything I need to with it.
Yeah, what 6.5 PRC do you have?
That Winchester XPR. I put a Boyd stock on it. It's a great shooter. I like it, and it's a great bullet or a great cartridge. But now that I've got God's cartridge, I really don't need it.
Okay, God's cartridge. You mean 300 PRC?
Every time I say that, you come up with a different caliber, as long as it's not 6.8.
Well, the Lord can like many calibers.
He may, yeah. I mean, he is the creator. He's done it all.
That's right. Hodgson do not list H4350 for 308 165 grain. Yep. Odin Ravens. Looking to get into reloading. What press do you guys recommend? If you're going single stage, I just recommend the Hornady lock and load. Any of them are good. The press itself is okay. Single stage, you get Hornady lock and load, RCBS Rock Chucker, RCBS Partner Press is good, or whatever they replaced that one with. The Lee presses are pretty decent too, so they're all pretty good. If you're going to go into like a progressive that does everything for you and crank out some rounds quickly, like for competition shooting and stuff, I would say go into Dillon. Just buy a Dillon. Frankfurt Arsenal has a good one as well, but those are my things. Yep. Any more advice to add to that, my friend?
I've just been using the Lee single stage for years, and it works fine. It's just I've never had any issues with it, and the dies are all good. I use mostly Lee dies. I have one RCBS, two RBCBSs, but
I have
they all
found
work.
that the Hornady dies and the Hornady press are very much more consistent on cartridge overall length for me. So, so I found that if I use my RCBS for 6.5 Creedmoor, every round's going to vary, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, sometimes 4,000. But if I use Hornady dies, it doesn't vary nearly as much. It's not even close. So, all right. Rule number 1: make your own reloads. If you blow your face off, it is you that F up. All right. 270 will is plenty of gun. I'm prejudiced. I love my 270. Have to. Yeah, 270 is like 30-06 for women. All right. I'm just playing. But, it is true. So my wife, the 270 is my wife's. So yeah, it's like
Speaking
30-06.
from experience.
Yeah, that's right. It's like 30-06. It has the same casing, but reloaded for women shooters. That's what it's like. Just saying. You used your 270 this year. Looks like you're liking the cartridge more and more. It was only for a few days, so only for a hunt. I needed a lightweight rifle on, and my 300 Win Mag so far has been a piece of garbage for accuracy. $1,000 rifle, and it won't shoot MOA. Barely gets 1.1, 1.2 MOA. So.
You still trying to do some hunting up there, or are you
Oh
guys
no!
done?
Oh no! We're done.
You're
I
done.
mean, I can go hunt bear or something, but I'm not going to. Is
Yeah.
they're probably starting to, maybe on lower on the Kenai Peninsula or something, but they're doing that. So
I sure didn't have any luck with elk hunting this year. We got into a nice place that's a special permit mule deer buck area, and we saw some really nice muley bucks in there. But of course, I didn't have a permit for that. So, but yeah, it was pretty amazing.
I like 6.8. Brutal Bob, you and Montana Musings should get together. Go to his channel. He
For
has a
sure.
lot of six. Oddly enough, though, like if there were one cartridge I would want the military to switch the AR-15 to, it would be the 6.8 SPC2.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember. I saw a video that they did some penetration tests on, and that thing was for the size of the case and all that. It was surprisingly pretty powerful.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I think you get up to about 1,400 foot-pounds, which is more than you get with the same case capacity and in
yeah.
in 223 5.6. So,
Mhm.
yeah. Justin Behrman, if you watched more of the channel videos, you'll know what guns I have and what I don't. I do not have an AR-15 that is not in 5.56. I've got AR-10s. I've got an AR-10 millimeter in the CMMG Banshee, but I don't have a pure AR-15 regular magwell that is not in 5.56. So yeah, we're all agreeing. Definitely pull those bullets. I still use 270 when I didn't have deer walking out 270. Oh no. Yeah. So is that? That's that. 68 Western is growing despite Hornady bias and efforts to suppress it. The 7mm PRC was a fail, and the 68 Western is slowly prevailing. Slowly, yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like, 7mm PRC, that was dumb. That was really dumb. Like, in theory, it's a better cartridge, but
Mhm.
the game's not played in theory. It's like
Right.
on
Yeah, and
paper,
there's
this is a better team.
a lot of guys commenting on some forums and stuff I'm on, and they're picking up some of that ADG brass and starting to use that for their reloads. So there's a little bit of excitement picking up around that particular cartridge for sure.
Yep. 308 versus 270 for Caribou. Honestly, for Caribou, if I had to pick between those two, I would slap the mofo who asked me the question. No, or um, for Caribou, it really doesn't matter. It just depends on what your longest shot's gonna be. I would prefer something like 6.8 Western over both of them, or 6.5 PRC, or 6.5 by 284 Norma that's sitting right up here and killed that moose, that rifle. Um, and then let's see. I would prefer anything that has a higher BC bullet for flatter shooting trajectory. 270 doesn't have a high BC bullet for flatter shooting trajectory. I mean, some of the 165s are high BC now, but you'd have to have a 1 and 8 twist barrel and 26 inches to get anything out of a 270 with them. So I would say go 308. It just depends. Like, as a 308 22-inch bolt action, you can get that 130 grain Barnes screaming, and then you don't have to worry about anything out to 500 yards. But yeah, that is what it is.
I think Reloading Weatherby had a 26-inch barrel shooting them 165s like 3150, something like that, if I remember right.
That is correct, except for he is like at 5,000 feet of elevation.
Yeah, right.
Like
Yeah,
he
which is
lives up there. It wouldn't stabilize down here at sea level.
yeah.
So
With out of the 6.8 Western I'm talking about though. No, was it the 270? I think it was that Maple 270, wasn't it? If
uh
you've seen it,
I don't think I don't think it would
I
get
don't
that
remember.
high. The
Oh, it was the
160 grain
6.8
stuff.
Western.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the 6.8 Western. Yeah,
Yeah, and
because he was
that's a
talking about.
yeah, that's just a much better like for the heavier 270 bullets, 6.8 Western is much better. It's a fine cartridge. Like I joke on it, but like 300 PRC makes sense. 7 millimeter PRC, not really. Because there was 280 Ackley improved. There's all sorts of guns that have that fast twist rate already, and that's all you
Right.
really need. But yeah, 6.5 PRC makes sense. Something more than the need more.
Yep.
So is what it is. 273.08 on a Mauser action barrel stamp 270 short. Interesting. 270 in a 308 case. There you go. You have one of those, Hunter Kirk, or are you just thinking about it? Memory loader. Once fired, spent cartridge from a new round. Gimme, it's mine. After 2-3 reloads, it's only tailored for your chamber. Yeah, interesting. Now Chuck's gonna go on about 6.5 Creedmoor for caribou. I didn't even say that one. I didn't even say that one, though I have taken a caribou with the 6.5 Creedmoor. So you're welcome. Kanaki's wiggling. You're welcome.
You can
You
get
just need,
decent velocities out of them with lighter 130, 140 grain, 130 grain bullets. Pretty
yeah,
decent velocity. It's not terrible, but
no,
yeah,
no, yeah. It would not be like my range would be limited to 400 yards with that, in my
right.
opinion. So.
Hmm.
Get a whole set. Except here's my only problem with that, John Smith. Like a lot of those sets, the powder scales that come with them are absolute pieces of crap junk. I bought a RCBS set once, and it had the 555 powder scale in that, and that was the absolute biggest piece of junk scale. Everything, yeah, they want $70 or $80 for it new, and that scale new, and it was just an absolute piece of junk. It got off almost every powder charge. It got off, and you'd have to sit there and readjust the zero. It was just a piece of crap. And if you live in a place where the temperature changes or the fans going in the room or something like that's going to change it. But like with the digital, you can just hit re-zero and it's easy.
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie, I re-zero between every shot, every powder charge. I re-zero. So what is the best rapidly expanding bullet for the 308 factory ammo? When I shoot a coyote, I want it to be a carpet. I was thinking deer season XP because it blows up. Yeah, that's a good chance. Just find what's for a coyote. Just find what's accurate in your gun and shoot, man. A 30 caliber hole is gonna through a coyote. He's gonna have a rough day. He isn't gonna go farther than 100, 150 yards. And you know what you do with a coyote, especially if they come in by themselves. Sit there and wait for the next coyote to come eat it. That's what you do with a coyote. But yeah, no.
Yeah,
To answer your question, deer season XP, yeah, that'll blow up pretty good. ELDX will blow up pretty good. Although I just tested one the other day and it didn't blow up. I have to admit that's going to be a surprise. I might have to eat my words with the ELDX there.
what's he planning on using for a bullet? A 110 VMAX or something, or what?
Yeah, 110. Go with the 110 VMAX, man.
Yeah,
Go with the 110 grain VMAX. And if you don't hand load, well, that's your excuse to get into hand loading. Or even that
right.
Barnes TAC TX that's a 110 grain. That'll have a core that keeps penetrating, unlike a VMAX, and that'll still explode the copper off of it. That'd be pretty cool. I love my American all American 8-stage shirt press. That and my original RBCBS Rock Checkers 2 single stage press gives me and all the hands loads I can shoot. Cool. See what they want. By the way, my lead turret press has produced 1 million rounds. I mostly use it as a single stage, and all my lead eyes are wonderful. Great. Unless you shoot like Chook. True, David. Yeah. This year, the bear can hunt you. Yeah. Is that because I'm a 6.5 Creedmoor fan? Would I get box muzzle velocity with 270, 150 grain out of a 22-inch barrel? Probably not. Probably not, but you'd probably get close. It's a hand loader's world out there, David. There you go. Montana and Chile would be a good discussion. Oh, he meant Chook. Got good conversation. Well, the problem is Montana musings just so much smarter than Chook that it wouldn't be. I don't know that it would be a good conversation, Jonathan King. So there's a huge bull of elk spotted in southern Wisconsin this year. Too bad our state only issues a small handful of elk tags every year. There you go. There is that. What 270 you have that was a grand and doesn't shoot? I don't. I have a 300 Win Mag that was a grand and didn't shoot. It's the Weatherby Vanguard First Light. My 270 will shoot. It's very peculiar with factory ammo. I haven't really hand loaded too much for it yet, but we'll see. No, you gotta get a new barrel for that 8.6 Blackout. It's a totally different cartridge. So you have to get a new barrel, or you'd have to get a new you'd have to get a new upper. So I would like to try some 8.6 Blackout with the cans that I have. It'd be perfect. Excuse me, my Browning BAR.
It's hard to believe how that 8.6 Blackout. Some of the stuff I've seen. I mean, they run it through 3, sometimes 4 gel blocks, and it doesn't slow down for nothing. That twist rate must just plow through everything, even at lower velocities. It seems like.
Yeah, well, the issue is more the bullet construction. Like, all they got out for it now is stuff that doesn't expand. Like, they have that. The only thing I can get on the shelf in Alaska is the what is it? Fort Scott Munitions tumble upon impact stuff.
Oh yeah,
it's the only thing that's on the shelf in Alaska. Ballistic shell ain't gonna stop a 300 grain bullet going tumbling through like that. No, it's gonna. Yeah, it definitely would be interesting. That's for sure. Sweet, man. 35 Whalen is a popular cartridge that people love it. It's got a cult following. Yeah. My Browning BAR 270 ticks off grass blades at 500. There you go. Why aren't you using that for your varmint gun? Did he say 6.8 Western? He did. Yes, we were talking about this. Reloading Weatherby runs the 165 grain ABLR out of a 1 in 10 twist, but he's at elevation. His range is up high. It's 4,000 or 5,000 feet elevation. The air density makes a difference. Like it's enough that his air density isn't as great as ours, so the bullet stabilizes. My 270, 140 grain, best tips I found. You say 140 grain, but you don't say what kind. I have no idea about this YouTube channel. Hey, Jason Forster. I'm just listening while driving home from work. Well, thanks, man. All right. 22-250 or 243 on Yotes. I would go 22-250. I would go with an expanding bullet so that you only have a hole in one side. 60 grain VMAX would be my choice out of my gun. Obviously, yours can be different. 243 on Yotes. For me, I say 22-250 for one reason and one reason only. Smaller hole means more hide, which means people will pay more for the hide up here because people still pay for hides up here. Like, that's that.
My experience with I used to hunt coyotes and used my 243 with the 55 grain ballistic tips, and they're just going so fast. They always have an exit wound anyway, and they tear a lot of stuff up because even those things are going darn near. I think it was 3,800 feet per second, and it's just too much velocity.
I've seen 243 55 grain factory ammo listed at 4,000 feet per second.
Yeah, I know they're
Yeah.
super fast. I'm not sure exactly what they were, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's up there with the 22 250 as far as
Yeah.
speed with that
Yeah.
55 grainer.
Yeah. 55 grain, you're going to max out at about 3850, 3900 with 22 250. And 243 will actually shoot it faster because it's got more case capacity. It's
Right.
got more powder capacity. And 22 250 just kind of shines because you can actually put military bullets in them. That's the only reason
Right.
why I got my 22 250 barrel is to try to the armor penetration test with some of the M855A1s. If I had some tungsten core stuff, I would buy them, but it just kind of is what it is.
Mhm.
I've shot everything up here with 270, but Grizz and Polar Bear. Best gun is the one you know. That one I agree with. Chuck, my owner is hunting deer this year with a 7mm STW. By owner, he means wife. So it's pretty good. Shooting times Westerner.
Well said.
Something that is way better than 7mm PRC or 6.8 Western, and it's not popular. It was popular there for a little bit, but hello, Alaskan Listeners. Hello, chat. What's up? I have one shoots great, but haven't put it over the corner. 2770, 130 grain at 30, 60 feet per second versus 308, 150 grain, 28, 20 feet per second construction. Which one would be more catastrophic on meat? Same bullet construction. First of all, there is a 130 grain 308 and some 125 grains, a lot of those. So I would say you and Barnes doesn't now makes it factory out of a lot of requests. They make a 130 grain 308 at over, I think they list 3,000 feet per second, but if you hand loaded it, you could get 3,200 easily with tack powder. You get 3,200. I was getting 3,150 in my 18-inch barrel. So I would say the 130 grain 308 would be my answer to that. BC's terrible, but who cares? You're sitting at 3,200 feet per second. By the time it gets out far enough for BC to matter, you won't be using it. So, but yeah, no, I would go 308 150 grain. That's just me. Which one will be more catastrophic on meat? Yeah. So here's the thing: if you take neck shots, you don't worry about it because none of the meat in here is that good anyway. Just take neck
Right.
shots, brainstem. Everything's got ear holes, brother. But to answer your question, I'd say 130 grain would probably be more devastating on the meat. When you say, uh, Steven,
Yep, I agree.
Steve,
Yeah. Yep.
um, just jumped in the chat. Long live the 308 win. I agree, Caesar. Brother, I agree. I agree. You're a good
It's not
man.
going anywhere.
Nope. Chuck, not a big 270 fan. I shoot one paper. RCBS Charge Master Supreme. Don't look back. I'll have to look when Midway or Natchez or Mid South are having their sales. When they have their sales on those things, they're pretty good because it's like a $900 Charge Master, and you get that, and it's supposed to be within 0.04 grains accurate instead of 0.1 grains accurate. So,
Oh, yeah.
but it's a $900 powder measure. Better to buy reloading tools separately. That way you end up with what you need and not some stuff that ends up in the drawer. Yep. What do you think of the spear impacts on big game? Haven't tried them. Haven't seen them available to get yet either. Not here
Yeah.
anyway. My 270 Browning loves 140 grain. It's all about twist and length of barrel. Yeah, my 270 Browning loved the closet because that's where it stayed. Still have my RCBS rock checker. It's 2 single stage press kit I bought 30 years ago. Scale is still accurate as the Lyman micro as used to cross check with them. There you go. I heard Hornady hardened up the ELD X recently. You're not the first person to tell me this. Told me they thickened up the jacket a little bit. And I've got a thing of ballistics gel sitting right over here to film to prove it, but I got to film something else tonight. So, good evening, Chuck and all. Good evening, Weed Eater TKAK. It's good to see you. I use Federal 150 grain stop point for deer and coyote. It does a good job. Yeah. Why have 2 sight ins? Just use the same thing. Is it worth getting a 22-250 if I already have 223s? Yeah, yeah. If you've got a 22-inch barrel 223, you'll still be fine for coyotes and varmints and stuff like that. But um, there's just something about 600 feet per second more. Because out of an AR-15, like the one that's right next to me, that's 20 inches that I can't really show on YouTube because they don't have free speech. Yeah, I just talked about your app on your app, YouTube. Um, you know, I have a 20-inch barrel right here. If you have a 20-inch AR-15, 55 grain bullet's going to go 32, 33 max. 22-250, I can get it going 850, 39 max. That's 600. That's 600. 600 feet per second difference. Is it worth it? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You say.
Flatter shooting is always worth it when it comes to that stuff.
Yep. Yep. Hornady VMAX is good. I've actually killed deer with Hornady VMAX. So, Chug versus the 1911. The saga continues. Yeah. I'm actually got his 1911 10mm here. So, vaporize the 40-pound pumpkin at 200 yards. There you go. Only a barrel uses the same bolt and mag. Yes, it does. Back to the 10mm. Which one do you think that you'd want? So I asked this to begin with. Should I get the Mean Arms Glock 20 conversion and have that? Should I get the Pro 2A Tactical AR-15 build, and or should I get the new Ruger LC-10? And which one should I get? And that kind of thing. So we're talking about a 16-inch carbine, 10mm. I'd rather have like a 10.5 to 12.5 inch because I know you're not going to get any more out of a 16-inch barrel than you would like a 12.5 because all the powder's just burned up and now it's just friction. Unless you're shooting like a 60 grain bullet or something like that. But so is what it is. So what do you think? What do you think?
I think if you had one in the air platform with a folding stock, and that'd be the perfect ticket.
Yeah, there's that. A folding stock. I didn't even think about putting a Law Tactical folder on it. Yeah, the AR platform leaves you with if you want to buy a shorter gun, you buy the CMMG Banshee. But if you want a longer gun, you have to go to that Pro 2A Tactical. And they have all sorts of cool things. You can get side charging handles and stuff like that, but they cost a lot more. So, any thoughts on 25 Creedmoor and the 138 grain bullets? I am not familiar with that, Miss B. I know it exists, but I haven't even looked at a chart yet. I'm sure it's way better than 120 grain nozzle partitions for BC and all that kind of stuff. Love my 8.6 blackout. Barnes TTSS, TTSX, TSX, LRX, and Hornady CX. I don't like the TSX. It takes way too much velocity to make it expand. I'm in the 35 Colt. No way in heck a 223 shooter can beat me if I've got my rims in 22-250. No way. Unless they've got a 1-in-7 twist barrel and you're trying to shoot that 80 grain out of that, out of yours, the 1-in-14 twist, 1-in-12, whatever it has. Like my BAR 270 is a varmint gun, but it's pretty heavy. You can feel it when you walk a couple of miles. I've carried a 12.5 pound or 11.5 pound 270, 11.5 pound gun, 15 miles on my back. Part of it biking, part of it hiking. Lots of stuff in my pack. All I can tell you is man up. Man up and do it, man.
I just did it this weekend.
Do it. I would rather have an accurate rifle than a lightweight rifle any day, week of the day of the week, any day of the week. That's what I'm saying. You can use 338 bullets and 8 exact blackout. Yes, you can. You can find with something that only three. No, there's a lot of projectiles that do not withstand the crazy twist rate. They say the all copper ones do, and that's about it. It's a lot of jacketed stuff that's meant to come apart that comes apart with that twist rate. Guerrilla ammo makes it blackout, but it's crazy expensive and even worse when you can't get ammo shipped up here. So yeah, Buff and Range has a great channel. Everybody go check them out. I do not know this YouTube channel, Justin. Nope. Browning AB3, a good gun. My local one has a wounded stock in 30 section. It looks pretty nice. Yeah, they're decent. I never did like Browning much. You're gonna have to really work with hand loads to get them accurate. That's been my experience. So, but that's my experience with a lot of rifles. So I'll never buy that rifle again. So 86 Blackout does rock, but it's a different way of looking at hunting. Be great for a bear bait station or
Oh
small
yeah.
or like deer stand 50 yards there. I don't know. Ask Chook that one. But yeah, there's that. You're a smart dude, bro, about in and out hole. Well, I'm hoping he's talking about bullets and wounds and not something else. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say about that, David.
Whoa.
So, exit only. Something the LGBTQS plus B cream of the crop, whatever, mother of pearl people don't understand. So I actually made a meme because they have these little gates now at the grocery store because so many people were stealing that you had to go in and out you go through the doors and then there's an opening gate, and one of the gates says exit only. So I took a picture of it and said, name a concept the LGBTQ plus community whatever doesn't understand, and right underneath there it says exit only. So I sent it to Johnny B, but he said it had to be saved for their next After Dark. Bought a Garmin X0C1 chronograph based on your review. AB, best early Christmas present in my entire life. That is the only chronograph to buy and get.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's so simple and it just works. Yeah, they're so nice.
Oh man, you're waiting on the video, and I'm still not. I don't even plan on shooting it anytime soon. We'll see. I'll be trying spear impacts this season. Let me know how they work. Accuracy first. Ralph Flynn, how is Ramshot tack powder for temperature stability? Beam swing tack and Varget for 130 grain TTSX. I don't know. I haven't tried it in cold weather yet. I really don't know. 300 hammer AR-15. I got an 18-inch barrel. There you go. Powder designed to function in all temps. Not a worry. Yeah. Just talked about your app on your app. Gangsta. It's gangsta, as the kids say these days. Just recently switched to tack for all my 308 land loads, Ralph. Gonna use the rest of my Varget to fertilize the old lady's flower garden next spring. Sell it. Don't do that.
Yeah.
All right, Big Slinking is thinking I should have a good night, Justin Fairman. Thank you. Ruger is cheap and it's good, and it will give you about 500 seconds of a shot splits. Interesting. I'm still leaning towards like building out that Pro 2A tactical instead of a Ruger. Here's the thing: if I build out the Pro 2A tactical, at some point, Chook's gonna buy a Ruger and let me review it. So might as well buy what I want.
There's always that. Yeah, exactly.
And then he's gonna have it traded in 2 weeks. Like I'm gonna have to give him the gun back so he can trade it. Use Glock, so I now made it a pistol 10.5-inch barrel. I've seen one where the rivets in the bottom of it, actually shake loose, and the upper and the lower just were like this, just wobbling all the time. Just don't like the way it's built. If you're getting a 270, get a 24-inch barrel. Yes. If you buy a 22-inch barrel, you never can't read. I'm sorry, you failed the first grade. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding with you, but yeah, that's what it is. I'm gonna get a lot more speed than Varget. Nowadays you don't really have to worry about light bullets spinning apart in heavy twists unless it's the 86 blackout. Um, the bullet jackets are thicker than they used to be on a lot of them. You should be fine. You should be fine. Um, I have a 1 in 7 twist 22 250. I loaded 40 grain full metal jackets. 40 grain full metal jackets. They had a really thick jacket. They were
Mhm.
fine. They didn't spin apart. They also didn't penetrate body armor unless it's the level 3 plus steel stuff. But yeah, if I was needing to rebarrel one of my 270s, I'd go 24 inches. And guys, remember, 270 is like 30-06 for women. Don't worry about it. Most of these new factory 270 rifles are 22 inch, but there are a few longer ones. Yep. What's up, Daniel Ravenstar? Hi from Ellisburg, Washington. Cool. Um, so I hadn't done a lot of testing on velocity, but the Federal Terminal Scents do really well. 136 grain. They're about 50 feet per second below the box, and in a 22-inch barrel, that's not bad. So there you go. Tack, it seems to be temperature stable. Wow, I didn't realize how long we've been going on. I know a Win Mod Super Grade and a Machine 700 SPS have 24-inch barrels. Yep. Yeah, love me at apology. No. I'm just kidding. We're just giving you jokes, man. I ain't apologizing for that. All right. I have no idea, my friend. I need to text him and see what's up. 1 in 3 is the standard twist weight for 86 blackout.
Mhm.
Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I loaded 136 terminal since in the super performance for one of my Ticket 270s. At combo going to Alabama also for deer season. Sweet. 30-06 or 7 mag. If I had to pick one forever, I have a 7 mag for a reason. What about you? What about you, Steven?
Yeah, I've had 2.7 mags before I got this, the one I'm talking about. And they're fantastic. I love them both, and just my kids have them now. But yeah, no, I had a 700 BDL and I had a Savage 110 that I put a Boyd stock on, and both of them were really nice. They shot well. Yeah.
There you go. I know. We're just giving you a hard time. You showed us a 22 is quiet out of a 45 caliber can. But you never showed us how quiet a 45 is out of a 22 caliber can. That's because I don't want to blow the can off the front of my gun. uh, yeah. No.
That might get you 10,000 views or something. You never know.
10,000 views is
In a
you
day.
need. Yeah, you need 25,000 views to pay for one of my videos. So that's
Right.
what you need. Yeah, because like a video doesn't start to pay for itself by the time of the box ammo. You factor in the gas. I go shoot 2-3 videos in one trip, so you factor in the gas for divided by that, the powder, the primers, whatever, the box of ammo, the targets, the water jugs, all that kind of stuff. 25,000 views is when I begin to break even. So
So
yeah.
you mean my this YouTube thing is for a retirement plan for me is not going to work out?
No. For retirement hobby, it's a great retirement hobby. So
Only 15 more subscribers and I'll be at 1,000. So I just can't wait.
all right, everybody, go subscribe to him right now. If you don't, then go over to his channel, subscribe, and tell him the 6.8 Western's dead. It's on life support.
Well,
It's going
I'll
beep.
know where they came. I'll know
Beep.
what video they came from.
Beep. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Yeah. Somebody drop his link. Kermudge, you got a wrench. You're supposed to drop his link. Yeah. So a 22 in a 45 can. 22 long rifle in the 45 can. Not much louder than a 22 can. Not much noticeable yourself. Simply because it's a lot of volume. It's a lot of volume. I will say that the flow through design of the anechoic suppressor versus the hybrid 46 non flow through design is a lot quieter in the hybrid 46. I love that anechoic suppressor. It's great, but it's going to be one of those things that just takes the edge off for a hunting rifle. It's not going to be a great, silenced. You're not going to put it on your MP5 and go around and hunt bad guys. It's just one of those things. Depends on what you get, but it's 7 to 11 is typically what it is. $7 to $11 per 1,000 views. So you have to have 25,000 views to start times 7. Okay, that's $175. That's where you start making money on it.
Right.
Yep. But I could literally go into my YouTube studio right now and show you. So this is Montana Musings. Montana Musings. Yep, there we go. I'm just gonna shake my head on that one. I don't know if I want to touch that one.
There must be a million ways to get banned from YouTube, and that might be one of them.
Yeah, that might be. Anthony, I have no idea what they have in the country in India. Like, weren't they using Garans at one point? The India, like in the 1960s, they took all the old U.S. Garans from World War II or something.
Yeah, I'm sure it's all old military surplus from just about everywhere, I suppose.
Yeah. There we go.
Hey, thanks. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wisco Bobby Hart was showing me his 8.6 blackout the other day. I believe he uses a 1 and 3 twist. Yep. I don't know. I don't want to find out. Hit the like button, everyone. Just went and subbed. There we go. So.
Thank you so much.
There you go. So everybody go over there and sub. You mean natives? They're not called Indians. They're called Native Alaskans. Like I'm sorry, but like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you call them Indians? Like that's.
I don't think they've ever been called that.
No, they've never been called that in Alaska. Native people. No, I just meant she was never as quiet as I wanted. That's still good. Oh man, that's still good. That is. Thanks, Lars. Thanks, Lars.
Write that one down, man. Write that one down.
Yep, write down that. That's the new meme. A 22 caliber gun, a 45 can on a 22 caliber gun is like my ex-wife. She was never as quiet as I wanted. Oh, we got the crazy Scotsman in here. Right when I'm about to leave. What's up,
figured you might.
What's up, crazy Scotsman? How you doing, brother?
I'm hanging in there, brother.
Oh, that's good.
You guys have a good chat?
Yeah, we had a pretty good chat. We are still live. So, hey, you know Steve from Montana Musings?
I do not. No, sir. How are you?
No. I'll have to check him out.
Yeah, this is the crazy Scotsman. So, oh, you're not a Scotsman anymore. You're like full-fledged citizen, right?
Yep, I'm an American.
Yep. So,
going on almost 5 years now.
Yep.
Oh, good.
So have you gone back home since then? Like back to, I mean, this is home now, but back to Scotland at all?
Yeah, I went back earlier this year for the first time since I moved here.
Okay.
So
Did your accent come back at all? Like the few weeks you were, like, because I've never heard you with the Scottish accent. So.
oh yeah, yeah. Anytime I talk to my brother, or, it comes right back. It's almost instantaneous.
There
That's
you go.
funny.
I'm trying to get Montana here to 1,000 subscribers tonight. So go hit the subscribe button and unsubscribe later if you don't like his content. So Steve here is on a personal mission to resuscitate the 6.8 Western.
You know what surprises me is I have not heard from Winchester and Browning on this. It surprises me because you think they'd be at least sending me a thank you note or something.
Oh, you're too small fry for them.
Oh,
So, I'm too small fry for them. So
for as dead as that cartridge is, I don't think I am.
So did you just admit it was dead? So it's his new
I'm
favorite cartridge.
I'm just stepping in some crap you left behind, so it's okay.
Yeah. He's giving me a hard time, Scotsman. You like him already, right?
There you go.
Yeah. Now he's over here on his channel, 6.8 Western. Clear paddles. So.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
And I'm still getting over 2850 out of a 20-inch barrel with a suppressor on it, so that ain't too bad.
That's not too
with
bad.
165s.
2850 with 165s.
Yep, that's pretty decent.
Yeah. What barrel you see again?
And that's factory 20.
Oh,
20 with the
Oh,
6.8 with the. I've got that A10 Warthog on it for suppressor, and it's still it's about 100 feet per second slower than the box is all, so not bad.
That's not bad for a 20-inch barrel, because anything like under 7mm, in my opinion, needs a 26-inch barrel if they got that much powder, you know. And
yeah,
so
I mean
you're
you're running 60 grains in that thing roughly, you know, so it's bordering it's Magnum.
Yeah, I mean it's a short Magnum. The parent case was 270 short mag, right?
Right.
So yeah, it's definitely running that. So I'll let you answer this one. I don't think so, but I'll let you answer it, Steve.
Well, I've had two of them, and one of them is great, and one of them wasn't so great. So it's just the typical story of a lower price production gun that if you get a good one, you're lucky. If you don't, send it back. You know.
Wait, I have not seen them in the store yet, so maybe I could order the bullets themselves, though. I might have to do that. There's an extreme penetrator now in 308 diameter from Lehigh. Their little screwdriver head, 9mm stuff. They have a 308 one there. So
that's cool.
Yeah. Thankfully, T-Man won office, but there's a lot of panic buying factory ammo near me on election day. You know what? Maybe so, but I'm going to be honest with you. We have to keep Trump accountable because he was not pro 2A his first term. He let the ATF ban bump stocks. He told them to ban bump stocks. He let them ban ZN6 ammo for 5.45 by 39mm fans without, a rule. They just banned it. No, nothing. They let him. He advocated red flag laws. He advocated a suppressor ban. Trump would sell us out in a heartbeat on the 2A.
You got to keep them all accountable. That's right.
Yeah, and the three guys they want in there for Senate Majority Leader are all anti-2A.
They're terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, they're terrible. So
I emailed my senator today and told him what I thought of him, and I don't know what the choices are because there's only 3 of them up there, and I don't know anybody else that wants to run for it. So who knows? But we'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna phone call my senator tonight and leave a message. Usually helps. So, yep. Yeah, I'm telling you, like when Democrats are getting in office, yeah. Here's the thing. Here's one thing right now. Kamala could still be president.
Yeah.
I mean, she's
Yeah.
pretty much. I mean, who's running the show right now for Joe Biden? I mean, some advisor, some handler, political handler. I mean, they could literally like when he dropped out of the race, they should have 25th Amendment to that guy. Like, I'm serious. Like,
There's been some talk of it. It really wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
yep.
Once they
It
start
wouldn't
floating ideas, it's funny how it becomes perception or the idea becomes reality. And they've been floating it
yeah.
now for a few days.
Well, here's the thing. Right now, I mean, just think about it in a pure we're about to go to nuclear war with Russia thing. Okay, let's just think about it. Between now and January 20th, whatever it is, 20 whatever date it is that Trump gets in office, who would you rather have their hands on the nuclear codes, Biden or Kamala? Now, forget taxes, forget abortion, forget 2A stuff. Who would you rather have on their hands using and being able to listen to their advisors on with the nuclear codes?
To be honest, I think both of them are just talking heads, and there's a machine running the whole system behind. And that's why they don't like Trump, because he's not part of the machine. And
I get that. I
know,
get that.
yeah,
I get that, but that's not the way the nuclear codes work. The nuclear codes
no,
work. The president has to tell them there's all these different chains of command. They have to. He goes directly to a missile silo. They have to authenticate the order, and there's all these codes. I mean, between now and when, I mean, obviously Trump is better than both of them. Don't get me wrong, okay? But given the debt he had last time and the anti 2A stuff he had last time, he's better than them in the same way that eating a turd is better than eating diarrhea. So, sorry for the extreme example, but that's I think it was Tactical Review who said that first. But so like between now and January 15th, would you rather have Kamala, however you pronounce that crap? Would you rather have that with the nuclear codes, or would you rather have Biden with the nuclear codes? Because that's the situation. Like,
yeah,
if they're going to 25th Amendment him, that's the situation.
yeah.
So, I mean,
It's been like that for a while, but yeah, I mean, now that they're starting to push it, I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't happen. That she's going to be president for a couple months.
Yep. No, hey, here's the cool thing though. If she were president for a couple of months and you bought one of the Palmetto State Trump 47 lowers that they just came out with, or anybody else that had a Trump 47 on it, and he's really the 40, does it become like a Jose Canseco rookie card?
Collector's item. Yeah.
Error rookie card. Is it now like is it now valuable because he was a 47th pair? Oh nope, he's the 48th president. That was a mistake.
I got to go. I'm going to get on the website and check that out. So I want to get one.
Well, yeah, it's on my AK Twitter feed. The affiliate link is that I just blast my AK Ballistics is what it's called on Twitter. It's on there somewhere. Just keep scrolling and you'll find it because I blasted a lot of them out recently. But yeah, Camelot Harris. Camelot. I think I get it. All right. Can I just use rifles? Sure.
Yeah,
I bought plenty of
absolutely.
used rifles. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
If you hand load, you can get a used rifle to shoot way better. The guy, that 6.5 by 284 right up there. Guy told me he wouldn't shoot. He fired like 5 shots. His daughters fired a couple shots. They couldn't handle it. He went down to a need more from the 6.5 by 284. I texted him a picture of the group I got once I hand loaded for it, and he goes, "Oh." I go, "Yeah, you break in the barrel properly and hand load for a rifle, it'll shoot. Unless it's a Weatherby First Guard Vanguard First Light. Don't buy that."
Yeah, anytime you're looking at anything used, always just check the basic functions of it, make sure the trigger's good and all that, and firing pin's doing what it's supposed to do, and then check your rifle and your barrel. But yeah, you can trust used rifles. I've bought and sold plenty over the years and never had any problems.
Yeah. Anthony, it's an issue in the lower 48 too. I don't know how you don't know. You call them Native Americans and not Indians. That some people don't care. Some people are really offended by it, but they were never called Indians here in Alaska, so not once. So I just got Montana Musings a couple more subscriptions.
Sweet. Thank you.
There you go. 3 of them you bought used. 3 have been great. Here, maybe I'll subscribe with my other account, my music writing channel. Let's see. Switch it out.
I think you did already.
Did I?
I think so.
Okay. Let's see. And that. Oh, I gotta go over. I was in YouTube Studio instead of YouTube trying to do that. All right, guys. Yep, open bolt, put a light to it. There you go. It's Ruger Navy Digital Edition stock. I think they made only 5,000 of them, or 550,000 of them. It's a 270 with the 22-inch barrel. Well, that's why you don't buy it right there, because it's a 270 with the 22-inch barrel instead of a 24-inch barrel. That's why you don't buy it right there. All right, let's see here.
Is it threaded?
Yeah, is it threaded? That's a good question. Okay. All right, let's see here. Montana Musings. Outdoor. Oh yeah, I'm subscribed on that channel. I'm showing $9.95 right now for you, buddy.
Oh, great. Getting close. That yep. No, it's that makes a big difference with the 22-inch barrels. I think that's why they've gone shorter on them, but they got to be threaded. So
all right, I'm gonna go to my troll account. See, do I have you there? Let's see. Montana Musings Outdoor. There you go. You're at 996.
you guys are great.
996, 299 videos. I'm telling you, the way to get subscribers now is produce some really great shorts. So
yeah, I pumped out 5 of them here just recently, just part of the hunt and some other stuff, but it definitely gets you the viewers, gets you out. I think gets you viewers that don't normally watch you, obviously. So I think that helps. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you a fan of the 1022 Magpul backpacker model? No. If you're talking about the takedown, the reason why I say no is I've never had it return exactly to 0. If I took it off, I was going to make a briefcase-like thing, so I was experimenting with stuff. If I took it apart and put it in the briefcase and took the suppressor off of it and then tied it all back together, point of impact was half an inch higher at 25 yards every time you did it. So if you did it 3 times, now it's an inch and a half higher. So my answer is no. If you're going to get 1022, get a one with a folding stock. Get short barrel rifle or pistolette, whatever you want to do. Folding stock, folding brace. I actually got a folding brace on a 16-inch rifle because I bought a 16-inch barrel, and dadgummit, I don't like that gun better with a 16-inch barrel than I do the little 8.5-inch barrel it came with, and it's lighter. It's a Faxon pencil barrel, and it's more accurate and lighter. So it's like, and the 8-inch barrel that came with the Charger was thick, And so since I had a brace on it, I was like, I'll just screw the ATF. I'll throw a 60-inch barrel on here. When the cork case gets through, I'll put the 8.5 back on. I damn well like that Faxon barrel a lot better.
Yeah.
So, what about you? What do you think, Crazy Scotsman?
I've heard similar stories. I don't have one myself right now, as far as like a 1022 or anything like that. But I've heard similar stories to yours, as far as taking it apart, putting it back together, and not holding exactly 100% zero.
Yeah, and they were all different. Yeah. If you want something that's a backpacker gun, you're going to be a little more careful. Use some rubber bands or stuff. Get the Tippmann. The Tippmann is the best 22 made because it's an AR-15 with aluminum receivers where everything functions: charging handle, bolt side. Some of the hammer release don't function. It has real magazines that are plastic on the outside, and then you could actually take the outside cover and push a button, pull it down, and then you have like the Smith & Wesson does on the bottom or on the sides, where you can pull down the spring and load in 22s.
Mm-hmm.
And so get the Tippmann. They're about $500, which is about the same as or a little bit more than the Smith & Wesson AR-10 or AR-15 22. But it is a dedicated, made for 22. Can use any AR-15 trigger group. I don't think that the aluminum is high enough grade for you to throw a 223 upper on top. I don't think it is. I wouldn't do it, but like it's still really good and it's pretty accurate. I mean, I'm getting less than nickel size groups at 25 yards with 5-shot groups, and less than quarter size at 50. That's all you can really ask for a small game rifle, and it's the best trainer rifle. And then it's a takedown because you got 2 pins just like any other AR-15. Take it down, but you want to make sure you keep the bolt and the charging handle in there. So you just put a little rubber band around it. There you go. Put it in your backpack. It'll work. And they do make it in a 10.5-inch pistol version with a brace. That'll really work as a backpacking rifle. So,
Yep.
All right. I can tell you that screwing the titanium suppressor I have on it on and off is much less point of impact shift than the Ruger takedown. I have a Navy camo Ruger American 308. Cool. Night, Joel McKinney. Have a good night. There you go. I have a Ruger 1022 in the Navy camo. My Remington 22 is priceless. Yeah. Bought a Henry lever action in 22. Very good gun. I'd rather have 1022. The Tippmann is the best 22. Get one. All right, we're about to end here, so we let the Scotsman stay on here for another 20 minutes. But thinking about getting that Ruger or just buying a brand new 270, but I think they're just asking 300 for a while. A new rifle would be fast. Yeah. Do what you want, brother. Do what you want. If you want something that he wants something that he doesn't want to hold over too high on hogs at like 250 yards, I'm like, dude, get a 7 mag. Just get a 7 mag.
If they've had it for a while and that's the price they've been asking for a little while, man, you know, work the price with them a little bit. Make them an offer. Worst thing they're gonna do is tell you no.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good night. Make sure you subscribe to the Crazy Scotsman Montana Musings. Scotsman, you want to tell us anything that's going on your channel?
Hopefully try and get out and shoot a couple more challenges. Been feeling a little bit better, so hopefully get out and shoot some challenges here pretty soon. But that'll be about it for right now.
Montana.
I've just been busy hunting, so haven't done a lot of videos, but I do have a couple reviews on a red dot, and I got a night vision scope I got to do a review on. And that's probably, I got my equipment and set up for a podcast studio, so working on that, which I have no experience with, so we'll see how that goes. But we'll get started doing some different stuff. So,
and Lars, just so you know, Tippmann doesn't pay me for that. I've got a couple videos coming out soon. I'm going to do a titanium receiver versus steel receiver. We're going to do that one pretty good on receiver suppressor, titanium suppressor versus steel suppressor on the 4570 with some Hornady and Grizzly subsonic ammo, and then we're also gonna do uh, the new ELDX from Hornady versus Federal Terminal Scent, and that really surprised me because everybody knows how much I love the ELDX from its explosive power. So, and that's a sarcastic because I hate the ELDX. But it actually impressed me the other day. So,
That's good to know that they learned something and they're willing to change some things. So that's good.
Centerfire Go Boom. I have 7 mags around me that are $510. So just get online and find a rifle in your price range, brother. It's a Savage 110 action too. So, and it's got threaded heavy barrel. So, yep. There you go. All right, guys. Got it, speed. Good hunting to all y'all. Take care.
See y'all.